Now let us look at limits. So the first question, if at all I want to plug in the value here and it's giving me 0 down and there's nothing that I can do to eliminate x on the denominator, I need to rationalize the numerator or the denominator. So in this case, I'm going to rationalize the numerator. You get my point? Hmm? Muri z. Tio. So limit as x goes to 0, x plus 3 minus root of 3 divided by x, you get you rationalize the numerator plus root of 3, then you divide it by what? By the same. What happens? If you are multiplying anything by its conjugate, stop wasting time. Stop wasting time. Square the part having negative. In this case, this part has got negative. I'll square this and I'll square this. It's the same as multiplying this by each guy here. So I'll have limit as x goes to 0, then I've got x plus 3, then minus 3. Okay? Like that. Not so. I'll divide this by x, open brackets, x plus 3 plus the root of 3. 3 minus 3 can go. I'll have limit as x goes to 3, to 0, not 3, sorry. Then 3 and 3 will go. I'll have x on top. So I've got x plus 3, then plus x plus 3 like that. At this point, I can cancel x. I have limit as x goes to 0, 1 now on top. I have remained with this. At this point, if I plug in 0, I'm not going to get undefined. So I'll say equal to, you only stop introducing limit when you want to plug in the value. So 1 divided by, I'll have 0 plus 3 plus root of 3, of which this becomes, this is going to be root of 3 plus root of 3. That is 1 over 2 root of 3. That's the answer. This question had about 4 marks. Any question before we go to the next one? Can't you do this one, or you want us to solve together as well? Madam Mistrida, do you want us to solve together this one? I'm going to follow your instructions, or you can solve. This is what I was telling you guys to say. Please ask. Mhm. 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 I understand, but I'm not. I understand what you are saying, but can you manage to find the same question you're talking about? Okay, sir. Whenever you are talking about limit as x goes to infinity, the most important thing is you have to consider the denominator. So you have to factor out the highest power of the denominator. You get my point, eh? So in this case, on top I've got x, quite okay, but down I've got x and x squared. So I'm following the denominator. If at all you can remember how to find the horizontal asymptote, in this case this function is bottom heavy, the horizontal asymptote is 0. And for sure the answer that we are going to find here is going to be 0. You understand? So this is the deal. Limit as x goes to infinity, I need to factor out both on top and down using the denominator, the highest power of x on the denominator, which is x squared. So I'll say x squared, open brackets. Now, how do we factor out? So I'm dividing now 2x divided by x squared. That is going to give me 2 over x. So that is 2 over x plus. Now I'm dividing 5 over x squared, which is the same as 5 over x squared, like that. Who doesn't understand what we're talking about here? Hmm? Sorry? We are factoring out x squared, not x. So that if okay, so let's now take it the way you are assuming, eh? The way you are assuming it. So can I take, let's now take it back to this. So x times 2, what is x squared times 2? Hmm? Is 2x squared, but this is 2x. We want it to go back to 2x. So now let's take it back to, you have seen it come. So in the general idea is just to divide. So we are just dividing 2x divided by x squared, that is 2 over x, because one x will go. Then down here I also factor out x squared. I will remain with here 1, here same, 7 over x, then here 3 over 3x squared. Well, 3 over x squared, like that. So the x squared and x squared can go. I'll have limit as x goes to infinity of 2 over x then plus 5 over x squared. I divide this by 1 minus 7 over x plus 3 over x squared. So now at this point I can plug in the values. I'll say equal to 2 divided by infinity plus 5 divided by infinity squared, when 1 minus 7 divided by infinity plus 3 divided by infinity squared. Any number divided by infinity is 0. So as long as infinity appears on the denominator is 0. So this is 0, this is 0. So 0 plus 0, this is 1, this is 0 plus 0. So it's 0 divided by 1, which is 0. Like I said, the horizontal asymptote is 0, so the answer should be 0. You can ask. Yes. Mhm. On the denominator. Mhm. Okay, just there, just there before you even finish. So you only do that when when limit is approaching a number, not infinite. But as long as limit is yes, as long as limit is approaching infinity, then you have to factor out the highest power of x for the denominator. Even if on top you have got x squared, down you don't have x squared, we are still following the denominator. We are going to factor out just x. But if limit approaches a number, that's when now you find the product and sum and cancelling out. The only institute that went to the private school. So let's go now there. We look at this question, the piecewise function. Sketching this is very simple and straightforward. Like we said last time we talked about this, I don't think we are supposed to do it. Didn't we sketch this? Can you sketch? Who who doesn't know how to sketch this? Ah, guys, mat mayro mendo remba imo. Ah, guys. Yeah. Okay. Cause my assumption was okay to say you are dataless. Okay, so let's now look at how to sketch. The question is given that the f of x we have this, and then they are saying sketch the graph that is 3 marks, and then is f continuous at x is equal to 2, justify your answer. So let's first sketch. We'll start with the first one. So x should now sketching piecewise function is one of the simplest graph on earth. Why? Because you are dealing with the condition that you have already been given. So these are the conditions. The first condition is that for this graph, x should only be greater than or equal to 2. So I'm only getting numbers starting from 2 going to positive infinity. Without wasting much of your time, just get two numbers. In this case, I'll get 2 and I'll get 3. Simple. When x is 2, so it will be 2 plus 1, that is 3. When x is 3, that will be 4. I'm done. Who doesn't know how to make these to my things? Who doesn't know how to make these to my things? Who doesn't know? Do we have any? Mm. Okay, so you don't know, but today at least you have idea, okay? Then now, the next one, last time I mentioned to say if you have been given two things, like there are two to my these things, it tells you to say the number that you are dealing with, you are starting from 1 and ending on 1. So in this case we only have 1 and 2, but those numbers are not included. That's what we need to know. So we have got when x is 1, the y value is 1. When x is 2, the y value is still 1 because there is no x there. There is no x. So here 1 1 1 1 1 1. Next, x should be less than vantu vapemba my help mu group but nishi we are solving math. So oh okay, yeah, this guy is a destiny helper. Yeah, this guy is a destiny helper. So what happens now here is x y. So we are getting the number that are less than or equal to 1. So starting from 1 and then 2. So there we go. If x is 2, 2 minus 1 is 1. If x is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. Done. Now I can sketch. Before I sketch, who is behind on how to get these numbers? Oh, yes, yes, yeah. You are following, eh? Guys, up now you are giving me confidence that Milo is not gonna be a big event. Yeah, you are now following. This is now interesting. So yeah, I'm repeating the same mistake. It's 0 and 1 9. Madam Mistrida, did you see that we made the mistake? Oh, you're asking to get, but we have got at least I think 30 people here who didn't know that I made a mistake. But it's normal. We have got Joshua, we have got Ben, we have got Tandiwe. They didn't know that we have made a mistake. They didn't know, but it's fine. So when x is 0, that should be negative 1. When x is 1, that is 0. Now we don't have anyone who is behind before we sketch, right? Come on, guys. Okay, no one is behind. So let's go ahead and sketch. So there we go. The highest number that we have. Mm-hmm. Yes, 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 yes. If there's just x, if just x, then we'll say if we'll say this. If x is 1, what will be y? Then it will still be 1. If x is 2, what will be y? Then y will be 2. Okay, we are just putting where there's x, we are putting the number. That's all. Mm. Who else has a good question? No one. So interesting, right? There we go. So let's see now. So we'll start. You can start with any. Now the highest value of x, I've got one, two, three. I'll say one. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to see your hands. Just unmute yourself and ask. Like I said, in y I've got 1, 2 all the way to 4 and negative 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I have any negative x? No, I don't have. I'll leave it like that. Yes, sir. Hmm? No, I think you didn't understand. She was asking the question to say where there is 1, what if we have got x? So I was saying if there is x, then when x is 1, y will be 1. If x is 2, y is 1, is also 2. That's what I said. But in this case, yes, there is 1. That's why when x is 1, y is 1. When x is 2, still y is 1. So for any number that is going to be between 1 and 2, still the answer will be 1. That's what it means. Hmm. Okay, so let's now go ahead and sketch this. Now we have. Yes, then when x is 1, y is 2. When x is 2, y is 2. Sir, are you sure you know what you are asking? Okay, so we don't have any x. It's like you have got this, sir. F of x is equal to 2. So when x is 1, when x is maybe 4, when x is maybe 10, you have already been given that when x is 1, y will still be equal to 2. When x is 4, the value of y is not going to change because I don't have any x unless if I've got maybe plus x. That's when it's going to be changing. There is nowhere where I can plug in the value of x. So y remains the same. You get it now, huh? Yeah, yeah. Hmm. So let's now sketch 2 comma 3. 2 in x comma 3 is there, is here. But now at 2, it is greater than or equal to, it is included. So at that point I'll say it is included. Then 3 comma 4, this should be 4. 3 comma 4, come on. 3 in x, 4 there, which is here. That would mean to say the graph is going this side. You put an arrow because we don't know where the graph is ending. We go to the second one, that is 1 comma 1. 1 comma 1 is here. So here it is less than, less than. They are not included. 1 comma 1 is here. You just put a open circle. 2 comma 1 is also there. You put an open circle. Then you join them like that. You are done. They are not included both. Then here we have got 1 comma 0 in x1, which is this point. At that point it is included because it's less than or equal to, so it is included. 1 comma 0. What else? What else? What else? What else? 0 comma negative 0 comma negative 1 is here. So the graph is starting from here, cutting, going this side. We don't know where it's ending. The graph that I've given you is the graph of this one which we have, and this is 3 marks we have gotten. So what time are you supposed to cook? What time are you going to cook? No, I want to stop, then I come back so that I give you the room for cooking if you want to cook. Okay, so I hope there is no one who is behind. At least if there are 4 who are behind on how to sketch out of 66, then that's still okay, because we're a lot, so at least a lot should understand, then few should at least not understand. That is still fine. So we are 67. So if at least 60 can understand, then 7 are still struggling, then that's still okay. That's still okay. Meaning the pass rate there is 90 something actually. Okay. If f of x is f continuous at x is equal to 2, justify your answer. From the graph here, if you look at the graph very well, for those who understand what is happening, do you think x is continuous at x is equal to 2? Is the function continuous at x is equal to 2? For those who understand the graph. Okay. So it is discontinuous. Yes. Mhm. 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 Here, right? So, okay, I've gotten your question. So you mean it starts from here, then it's going this side? So this one is x is greater than or equal to negative 1. What you are trying to explain. So now, that's where now if you look at it, we had x as 0 and 1, right? So the arrow, the graph always starts from the number that you have. In this case I've got 1. That's why I need to start from 1, going whatever I don't know where I'm going to be going. You get my point? So I'm following this number. So I can't do it the other way around, meaning I've changed the meaning. Yes. For those who understand the graph, I want us to be honest. For those who understand the graph, is x continuous at is the function continuous at x is equal to 2 from the graph? It's justify your answer. Justify your answer. You know the good part. You know the good part with math. You know the good part with math. They don't consider whether the English is okay. So yes, guys, come on. Okay, for those who doesn't know anything about the graph and they are still struggling to find if at all the function is not continuous or is continuous using the graph, do we have any? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, 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 ah. Okay, no hard feelings. So for us who doesn't understand, let's not be tomorrow you are writing. There is no way for you to understand that it's continuous or it's not. Let me show you another way on how you can know that it's continuous or not, but not using the graph. Not so. But from using the graph for me to know that it's continuous or not, I'll give an example. If at all these guys were connecting here, I'll give an example. The function will be continuous at x is equal to 3. Because at x is equal to 3 here, it keep on going this side and this side and there is no gap. So it is continuous at that point. But as long as there is a gap here in between, what I mean is it is not connecting up. So it's not continuous. This is what we call jump discontinuity. It is jumping. We have got a point here again, it's jumping there. Unless if the graph, for example, the graph starts from here, it just keep on going this side, it keep on going like that. So but if you don't understand, for those who understand it's fine, then we are going to do this. F of 2, when f is exactly 2, what will be the value of y? What do I mean? Out of this function which I have, which function include x is equal to 2? Is the first function. The first function is x plus 1. So 2, I plug in the value, the answer is 3. You have seen what I've done, right? That's the first condition. You plug in f of 2, f of that number, then you look at the function that include that number. In this case, the first function. Okay? That's the first function. Now, when I do that, what next? The next thing is to find that the limit exists. So limit as x approaches 2 from the left side. I need to look at the function that is telling me that it is closer to 2 but from the left side. Which function is closer to 2? In short, look at the function that is telling you less than or equal to 2. Which one between the three? Eh? Imwe. The second one. So the answer is 1. Here I can clearly see that this and this should be the same. Already here I can clearly see that it's not continuous. Another one, does the limit exist x approaches 2 from the right side? I'm going to get this. The one which tells me x is greater than 2 or x is greater than or equal to 2. Which function is that? It's the first one. So that I plug in 2, it will do 2 plus this, then it will be 3. So for the fact that limit as x goes to 2 from the left side of f of x is not equal to limit as x goes to 2 from the right side of f of x, then the function is not continuous at that point. So that's where now you can see that it's not continuous. Me, I'm tired, guys. Mm. Mm. Mhm. 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 So we are, yes, yes, you are right. But again, we are getting a number that is less than 2, but closer to 2. You get my point, right? Closer to 2. So, do you know the reason why I can't use this one? Because this is telling me that x is less than or equal to 1. So starting from 1 going to negative infinity is very far from 2. It's very, very far, but closer to 2. This one is telling me that x is less than 2. Meaning that 2 is not included, but any number after 2 going to negative infinity is included. So that number is closer to 2. Then I can use that function. You get, right?